Not him looking at him like that while saying hugging and kissing. 大家好, hi guys, it's Janae and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm reacting to episode 18 of Justice in the Dark. I am very excited because from here on out I now have confirmation from multiple people who watched me do the read-alongs for silent reading that I am going in blind moving forward. I have no idea what's going to be happening, so if I seem even more affected by what's happening than usual, that's why. Quick note, unfortunately, since uploading episode 16 and 17, I had copyright claims on episode 10 to 15, which confused me, but yeah, so you will notice that except for the subtitles of that episode, everything else is blurred out. That's all I could do to release it from the copyright claim, which means I'm not sure how I'm gonna be formatting this. I might just format it like episode 16 and 17 for now because they haven't been copyright claimed, even though all of them have been edited in the same style. But if you notice that suddenly this also now has blur except for the subtitles, that's why, because I can't figure out what Yoko's requirements are. I hope you guys will still enjoy it. Before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick massive thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members. If you're interested in doing either of those for uncut and exclusive reactions that are not blurred or in some way edited, the links for it will be in the description below, along with my social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. But now, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, he just has someone coming over to visit? Interesting. Wow. I mean, astute. I know that smell is one of those very specific kind of senses where it can just be very obtrusive in a sense. So I'm not surprised, but still astute. You didn't think that was suspicious? He says with so much disdain. The way he just casually flirts with everyone without necessarily even meaning to. Like, he's just naturally very charming. I'm not okay. I mean, that'd be a scary thought. Definitely not unimportant, unfortunately. Oh. Because his live-in husband has been complaining about it? That's a shot. That is definitely a shot, okay. That's concerning. So where have I seen this actor before? Not him, Duja. Oh, he's been orchestrating. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but damn. Are they hinting at someone else, or are they hinting at ZHAOSU? I wouldn't be surprised if ZHAOSU's their next target. I really hope not, but... So, one thing I wanted to mention, and maybe I'm misremembering it, but I just wanted to mention it in case I know it's very common to share surnames in China, but I couldn't help but notice the fact that Xiao Han and Xiao Haiyang have the same surname, and it would make some things make sense in terms of Xiao Haiyang being very aware of the bus incident. Maybe he believes, like, if it's his dad. Maybe he believes his dad is innocent and he became a police officer to prove that, which would be a very interesting juxtaposition to Pei-su, who believes his dad to be guilty and has made it his life's mission to prove that. So, yeah, just a thought. The question is, are we gonna break his trust? Come on. I appreciate that it tempts him because he is that kind of a personality where his curiosity has gotten him to this point. So it makes sense that it's kind of second nature to him, and yet he's still respecting Lu Weizhao.
还是需要像他这样学习成绩特别优异的学生来装门面的，一份每年给他10万块钱的奖学金，10万块，像他这样的家庭，
That sounds like a lot. It's a good point.
监控拍到凶手了，是杜国生。
Oh, you guys just immediately identified him like that? Suddenly, my theory doesn't feel as random.
暂停一下，放大一点。
So what did they come upon that would potentially make
冯斌手
them?
上拿的是什么东西？
我估计那几个出走的学生应该就在那附近，得赶快找到他们，不能再出现类似的事情。
是。
I was feeling very suspicious of her at the end of the previous episode, but it just wouldn't make sense for her to somehow be involved in this because the guy that they showed committing this heinous crime, it seemed like a wanted criminal, and I can't imagine how she would be connected to said wanted criminal enough to influence him to murder someone on her behalf. You know, it's not making sense.
伊朗谷后面有一个小景点叫结缘石，相传是结缘神留在人间的神迹，专为男女结缘。
好好说话。
Are we gonna have Pei-su and Lu Weizhao happen to sit on that rock together? Let's not. that is not happening. There is no way. Censorship would not have allowed that. But we can dream. It's fine.
这结婚证都满足不了你们了啊！非得上天给你们做个见证，怎么着？攒够7张证，多买一套房。然后
Sorry, you were
行为
hilarious.
轨迹复原了没有？他们接下来。
Oh my goodness, I love him.
现场冯斌的血迹留下了一排脚印。杜国生。
Yeah, something's making.
目前推测不出来。
Come on, you look like you want to say something. Poke him a little bit.
复原完成了没有？
Damn it,
有没有打过求救电话？
I feel like he would have caved if.
既然打了报案电话，为什么没有巡查队去营救？
因为这通电话没有任何人讲话。
I mean, standard operating procedure, at least in America, so like, because I can't use our justice system as a measuring stick, unfortunately. In America's, if an emergency call is made, then they usually send people out even if nothing is being said because they can't know what the situation is like, which is why it's a really bad thing to call emergency services if as like a prank or something. But I didn't know what it is like in China though.
医生证实了，这女孩确实是因为遭受到了极大的惊吓导致的短暂失语。
I mean, I know of a very charismatic person who might be able to help that. So he's not a cure-all, but
追杀集体出走的2名大学生，这实在太过巧合了。
yeah, I don't think he's here because he's the mole. I think he's here because he has his own agenda.
这
But
个
I
案子
feel like those are two
看似
different
凶手
things.
以权做实，还是时间尚早，见死不救。
小乔，冯斌学校的学生和老师来了没有？
来了。
赶紧去问
Oh,
问。
but
在其
that
他出走的学生找到之前，
is a
先
very
在
grim
这些学
idea
生身上
that
做受害者分析。肖万阳，联系景区，把昨天所有值班的工作人员全部传唤过来。是。
Oh, he's literally Xiao Hanyang. I thought he was Xiao Haiyang. My bad. Okay, then there's no way that he and
是不是
Xiao
我工作
Han
太不走心
are
了？
related. That would be too
桃腹
obvious.
小眼镜都对32。
我从小的梦想就是进 S。
我怀疑，有些人已经变了。
I appreciate how alert Lu Weizhao
昨晚
always
10
is.
点半你在哪？
Okay, so maybe not a police thing, maybe a
好像去那边了。
区的监控没有拍到
just a
任何
local bribery.
那你们手机为什么关机？
为了避免被找到，冯斌给我们每个人买了新的手机卡。
I'm just realizing this could maybe just be a bit too typical of a setup to be what happened because it would be too obvious. But we've established she's a scholarship kid. All of them are not, which means that their parents potentially have a decent amount of money for bribery and things like that. So if they wanted to, say, prank the scholarship kid, they might have the means to do it, and then the question just remains, was the serial killer part of the plan or an unfortunate accidental encounter exacerbated by their original prank? Oh.
我错了。刘队，
Oh.
你要的资料。
谢了。
不客气。
Would he be allowed, like, if my theory were at all possible of him being Xiao Han's son, would that even be allowed considering he is the son of someone who was apparently labeled as a dirty cop?
我回家啊。
那位同学，等一下。
Yeah, why do you look like you know something? Ooh! The one person suit looks amazing.
还有什么事吗？
有就说，没有就没有。
Okay, I mean, I'm glad the parents isn't being super protective.
你轻点，你干什么？
我刚才看见新闻推送，不是说几个离校出走的学生都找到了吗？也锁定了嫌疑人。
凶手是
Oh, you're
连环
driving?
杀人的在逃犯。
It's good to see you in a position where you can drive again.
杜国生。
Sorry, I was not focusing on
我刚才
anything.
看见新闻推送，
这个案子疑点太多了，你不觉得奇怪吗？一个被通缉10年的杀人犯，
I'm glad he slipped up because now they can have at least a little bit of open
好像他一
communication,
点都不怕被监控拍着。
even if it's kind of
而且，就算这个凶手
under the veil of a
想
lie.
要去转一转，
说不定还没来得及说话就发生了紧急情况。
不知道。所以我才想在这
Unless he tried to call and the girl like said no and immediately ended the call, or vice versa. She tried to call using his phone and he immediately ended the call for some reason.
看看能不能还原一下案发经过。
Because I feel like even if there was a struggle, it wouldn't mean that the call would end that quickly.
我转你的信看了吗？
痛苦的思索自己为了什么而诞生，不知道是不是有什么暗示。
那个男孩
What, like the secret
不
code?
会是被全班孤立的类型，他在学习上是个中等生。不，有个小胖子交代说，是因为学习压力太大，想出去过狂欢节。
这个理由有意思。
好人家带着整个篮球队到隔壁市打了半个月的篮球比赛，最后啊，我们得了1等奖，
I like
夺了一个
this
明星签
bonding.
名的篮球。
虽然师兄你集体出走的理由确实很二，但是你至少有一个明确的目的，是要出去打篮球。
Yeah, what is
毕
their
竟
goal
策划这么
then?
大一个事件，如果说这一切的一切
Mm,
都是为了这场
Okay.
通缉犯的相遇呢？
which would put her back onto being the suspect. But how would they be able to predict a serial killer's whereabouts and have enough control to ensure that the serial killer wouldn't kill her too? Damn, how far away is this place that it's already night? And now they have a moonlight stroll in a very dodgy place, but it's kind of romantic. And they're near the rock, the stone, sorry. Guys, you can't be that close together, I'm not okay. Oh, that's a nice shot. I
发现什么吗？
师兄，能不能过来帮我一个忙？
I don't know why, but since they moved in, the Shishong has just taken on a whole different
可以站
meaning.
在那儿，假装自己是夏西南。
Is this the rock? Yes, press him up against
可能委
the...
屈你一下了。
Ah! I was joking! I was joking! Are you kidding me?
不管冯明是基于什么目的，半夜来到结云石，并且在被砍伤之前维持这样一个面对墙的姿势这么长。
This is happening. This is happening. Can we disguise more of these moments as relevant to cases?
他们两个确实是情侣。然后呢？
Like us?
你左右看看，
And they just
不
stay
管
in
冯
that
明当时在
position.
做什么，
I'm struggling to focus.
还是接吻，这个时候在冯斌的眼里，
Not him looking at him like that while saying hugging and kissing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can potentially imagine the kinds of things that transpired in the book version of this, but please no spoilers for what happens in the book, because I do plan to go back and read the book further as well, and those are the kinds of moments that will be unique to the book. So please don't spoil anything with regards to that. No spoilers for the book. I'm sorry, I can't believe that just happened. That just happened. That just happened. Could you guys imagine this level quality show, but uncensored? I don't think any of us would survive. I honestly don't.
所以杜国生，不管从哪个方向走到结缘石这个位置，冯斌都应该
The love stone, it's gotten an upgrade.
除非
I kind of want to go back and watch that again, I'm not gonna lie.
他很早就在这里等着了。
Hold on, I actually blanked out. We're gonna have to go
应
back.
该可以很早，不管从哪个
I was not focusing on what they were
所以杜
saying.
国生，不管从哪个方向走到结缘石这个位置，冯斌都应该可以很早的看到他。
Okay, okay, that was the whole point. They were already standing
他很
here
早就在这里
then.
等着了。
Oh, he was already. Oh. He was hiding behind the stone.
冯斌当时
Oh,
可能
that's
是
an
想
interesting
过来表
theory.
白，也有可能只是想单纯的谈个
The
恋爱。
lighting, they're so extra for this.
一个被
I love it.
通缉了10年的杀人犯偷袭了他们，他就在这等着这一对小情侣来到结缘石。
But why would he though? Oh, that's so
砍
creepy.
伤了自己后背。虽然冯斌被砍伤，但是为了保护女孩，还是抵抗。
But that didn't. I suddenly wonder if it's a situation where Fang Bin, I can't remember what his name is, but the guy maybe was harassing her, so she decided to play along in order to get him off her back. And that's a very, very grim thought. And again, how would you orchestrate it with a known killer? But that could make things make a little bit more sense. Oh,
所以
Sure, you know, get a little
陆国生
closer.
来到
You're
夜
not
郎
close
城
enough.
在一个旅游酒局杀的，他们两个人
Yeah.
关联是什么？
那恐怕得
They
需要
can't be
调查
related, could they?
问问他们自
You'd
己。
have picked that up in the background checks. I still can't believe we got that. I can't believe we got that. The show has no chill. No wonder it didn't make it onto Chinese television. Oh.
没事，师兄，不用照顾我，我自己可以。
Why? Oh, that caress. That caress. No. I need to go back and see that again. That entire, the care, the protective boyfriend mode. I just look at that hand. I am not okay.
根据我们现场观察，
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel so stupid, but like, I'm not. I didn't think we'd see anything close to this ever again. All the time that I thought the glory days were gone, you know?
这么判断，看似合理。
It doesn't
但这
seem
个现场
likely.
疑点很多。
那我们就先从最确定的开始。
I can't believe they're on a moonlit stakeout all their own.
夏新
Well,
南
not
带着
stakeout,
手
but
榴弹
investigation.
准备替他包扎。而冯斌准备开始拨打电话。
等等，
Why would he then, if there was enough
冯斌
time?
在这儿打的电话。
是的，这就是第一个疑点。查到当天晚上
Damn, he's looking so
在
attractive
10
right
点
now.
34
I'm
分，有一个电话从这个号码打了出去。
How am I supposed to focus? This is a freaking investigative show. I need to have all my wits about me, and they are giving me none.
我们可以确定这通电话是这两个学生打出去的吗？
冯斌的手机上只有他跟夏西南的人，没有杜国生的。而在这之
But
前
I，feel like
两个
even
学生
if
一直在被
someone pressed, unless they literally like the one person pressed, made the call, and the other person just X'd the call at the same time, the most at the time you have to swipe now. Okay, but anyway, but wouldn't there still be some kind of sound that would be picked up to indicate that that was what happened? This is getting weirder and weirder.
只有跑到这里相对安全的地方，才有机会打电话。
Yes, please keep
我知道你。
looking at each other like that.
如果冯斌在这个地方有时间打电话，为什么这通电话只维持了3秒？
The obvious question.
所以到底是什么原因促使他们两个挂掉了电话？
如果是因为
They
杜
are
国生，
pressed together.
就算是杜国生路过，那也不对。
Unless, I was about to say unless he gave her the phone to make the call. She, went through the motions to call the police, and he said, okay, I will go out and distract him while you call the police, something like that. And she was like, okay, dial the number and then immediately end the call once he wasn't looking at her anymore.
你的意思是，他们其中的一个人主动挂断了电话？
Mm-hmm.
为什么？
That's what I'm thinking.
而且几乎是唯一的一次求生机会。师兄，第二个疑点是什么？
他打开了垃圾桶，
里面发现了什么吗？
没有。
Wait, so they're not aware that she was hiding in the bin? Because that's what for me is suspicious, is if you are being chased by someone, that someone enters, the logical thing would be to think, okay, they're hiding somewhere, open the trash bin to check that they're not hiding inside. So that would be the least safe place to hide, in my opinion. And we saw him open it. So that's why I'm like, she had to have known this man or somehow been able to fool him into
那么这一排脚印，就是杜国生杀完冯斌之后留下来的。鉴证组也证实了这一点。
So where was she hiding that she wasn't found by him?
这6个关键的事件起到了至关重要的转折作用。
Okay.
但同时也让他们的藏身之处变得不再安全，所以冯斌扔掉了他，选择离开。
The phone? No, that doesn't make sense.
冯斌究竟扔掉的是什么？杜国生。
Maybe they found a murder weapon or something that could be traced back to the dude guy.
到底是什么？
Do we know who
什么原本应该出现在
Ben's
犯罪
family is?
现场除了遗留的脚印之外，一个是冯斌的手机。
我想是真的吓坏了吧？而且我们发现他的时候，夏西南身上没有手机。
为了避免
Her phone.
冯斌给我们每个人买了新的手机卡。
Her phone. Oh,
夏新南的手机。
yeah. Why hide her phone? But why then was she still safe? That is the question. She couldn't have gone. And that's why she was left alive, because actually he was after her first. But if her phone has something that's worth tracking it down for, wouldn't she also know that's something, and wouldn't that thus make her a potential future target again? Oh, that's not dodge at all, sir. I know you're just wearing a hat, but like the lighting and the fact that you're wearing a hat combined just does not inspire confidence. Oh, right on the hour.
夏新南是本市
Later.
父亲，有没有可能是冯斌欺负他？他想方设法报复。
你们对冯斌那封信做过笔迹鉴定吗？
Oh,
如果能够确认
yeah.
那封信是他本人写的，加害人的语气，就是即使加害者们长大，学会了伪装，也跟着社会主流意见一起。
So are you speaking from experience?
是群体内的权力秩序。
可是刚才老师、家长都在，
You know,
又是在 SID 里面。
let's just accept that Lo Weizhao has
这几个同学
the
为什么不告诉我
superpower of driving while still looking at
唐三
Peisu.
哥，他会信吗？
师兄，看路。
Ah! He called him out on it. He called him out on it. He called him out on it. No, no. Guys, I feel a little unhinged. I feel a little unhinged. Okay, no, we need to watch that again. We need to watch that again. Cause he look.
师兄，看路。
The fondness. Guys, how do they expect me to be okay? Even if she planned this, I would not be surprised if she was still in genuine shock about it. Oh, ew. Ow.
夏西南，
Please stop showing that. I want to see ZHAOSU doing this because we haven't seen him
你不用害怕，
be the lead
这里是特调所，不会有
interrogator
人伤害你的。
often, and I think he has the personality to get the best answers out of her potentially.
冯斌出事的时候，你也在现场。为什么明明就在同一个
The
大
way
道上
Zhao's
他却杀了一个？
aggressive approach is going to be the best idea here.
冯斌的求救电话是你按掉的吧？
Oh, you didn't tell ZHAOSU that ahead of time.
你阻止他报案，是怕你手机里的秘密被发现吗？
Which would be what? Oh no! No, you can't edit there! No! What would you have on your phone that would make you afraid of the police potentially going through it? And then why would the guy take it? Because you could maybe excuse, oh, she had some, you know, awkward sexting things going on her phone. Maybe that was something that in a weird moment you might be concerned about. Though I would question how that would be worth risking your life over it, but people act very strangely in dangerous situations sometimes. But that seems not only unlikely because of all the already mentioned things, but also because how would the guy who took the phone know that you have that? So it would have to be something related to him in some way, but what then? I wonder if they had some kind of like coercive romantic relationship. Well, not romantic, but like sexual relationship that she maybe formed at one point in her life where she was very out of control of things and she maybe needed to make money. I don't want to think about that considering it seems like she's still very young. But, you know, maybe that's how they got to know each other and... No, but... Okay, let me just stop speculating because this could go so many ways. You know, again, the show just has no chill in the best way possible. Again, I am not surprised if these are the episodes that we had up until this point. I don't think it's a question as to why China didn't think the rest could afford to be released. Every single time I think, okay, you know, this episode is going to be the chill one, lower expectations. There might not be anything in this one that is gonna blow my mind even a little bit. And then they give me that. So much of that as well. Like, they lingered there. And the eyes on the road comment was just like the cherry on top of already overly indulgent cake that I don't mind eating every single time we watch an episode. So, yeah. That was a terrible metaphor. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I hope you guys still enjoyed it. That was insane. Please let me know what you thought. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. 再见。